All right, my name is Samari Israel. I'm in 12th grade, I play wide receiver, and I go to DuPont Manual High School.
So, you're a senior. It's your first year playing for Manual. Most of the other seniors have had at least 2 to 3 years with the team. What's it been like coming on later than them and trying to establish yourself, trying to establish relationships, and trying to be able to fit in with the team in your first year?
It hasn't really been hard because I had outside football relationships with the majority of the team, so me joining the football team really just made us a lot closer and stronger bond. Establishing myself on the team has also been fairly easy, I think. Just coming in, playing the role that I have, make sure that I can do everything I can for the team.
So you mentioned playing the role that you have. How do you help out on a daily basis? How do you teach players on a daily basis? What do you do?
On a daily basis, I'm really just someone they can look up to, have a conversation with, someone that's also going to encourage them and also make them better. So daily, I'll make sure my guys have their head in the game, always focused on what's ahead of them, making sure they don't have anything bothering them on the outside. Just keeping their head straight.
You mentioned keeping your head straight. When you're in a game, say a young player comes off the field, had a bad play, what do you say to him to calm him down?
Hey man, multiple bad plays. There's multiple bad plays in a game, but one play doesn't define the whole game. One play doesn't define who you are. It's about what you do after that play. If you're going to quit, if you're going to give up, or if you're going to go even harder and go 10 times. 10 times stronger.
In these interviews, I've heard a lot of players mention going harder. And they say that that's something that coach emphasizes, that's something that he teaches. What's it been like working under Carmody?
Working under Carmody's been great. He's always teaching, no matter what. No matter what the experience is, no matter how it is, you're always going to learn something under Carmody. So even if you mess up, he's not going to bash you down completely. He's going to build you up and make you better. You do great, we're gonna recognize the great things we did. We're gonna see how we can build off that and get better. So it's really been great, just having a strong leader.
You didn't come in here with a spot. You've had to work for really anything on this team. What's it been like going in every day with the mindset of, if I'm not working, I'm not gonna get a spot?
It fuels me. That encourages me to work, because every day I know this is my first year. I have to go even harder and even stronger than the guys that have already been here. So every day it just fuels me to go harder and harder and harder.
So with the guys that have already been here, the senior class is a smaller class.
Yeah.
How do you think that has affected you guys?
Man, really, since the senior class is a really small class, we have a lot more of a personal connection. So we have that chemistry. We know each guy individually, what they like, what they don't like, how they're gonna react to something on the field, what they're gonna do in practice, just everything. So having a smaller class, I think it makes us better.
You mentioned being able to know how they're feeling, what they're gonna do, and that plays into trust. How much does trust play a role on this team?
Man, trust is probably everything. You have to be able to trust the teammate next to you. You have to trust that he's going to do what he was coached to do. You have to trust he's going to keep his head cool. You got to trust he's going to go hard. And really, the more you trust your teammates, the better you're going to do. Because if I don't trust that the person next to me is going to fight and go hard to the last second, that's not going to make me want to go hard and fight to the last second. But if I trust that he's going to fight for me, I'll fight for him.
With other guys, again, going back to really establishing yourself, the other seniors have already established themselves as leaders. What's it been like for you to come in your first year as a senior and really try to establish not only a relationship with players, but also that relationship as a leader and as an older guy with less experience?
You know, it's been I'd say it's easy, but it's also been a challenge. Because I know I've had that relationship like outside of football. But when you enter football, it's completely different, because it's about like who you are, like how you're gonna fight on the field. Outside of the football field, you can be cool, you can be the big bro, you can be a leader, but physically and mentally keeping someone strong and cool and making sure they're going, it touches them inside. So establishing that, just talking to the players.
Although you haven't been on the football team all 4 years, you've been going to Manual. So the first 3 years of our time here, they've beaten us. What is your mindset preparing for that
Oh,
game?
man. Mindset going into it, stay focused. It's just another step. Mayo is just a obstacle we're overcoming in our journey to district champs.
When you're running out onto the field for your first game, what's it like when you see all the fans in the stand, you see your parents, your family in the stand? What's it like running out onto the field and hearing everyone cheer?
Man, it feels great. It's an experience. It fuels you because you know everything that you have on your back, everything you're carrying. You're carrying not only everything personal like your family, but also your friends and the school and the history of the school. Everyone that's played football before you, after you, you're carrying a lot. So it riles you up, it makes you feel good, makes you ready to go.
You mentioned players who have played before you, and Manual has a very long and historic tradition. What's it like playing with the ram on your helmet?
Man, it makes me feel unstoppable. Because everyone has been great, and looking up to them, having the same thing that they had, makes me feel like I can be them. I can do a lot better. I'm strong.
You haven't been on the team for all 4 years, but that doesn't mean you've missed out on memories. I mean, you still made a ton on your time with the team. Switching tones a little bit, what is the funniest moment you can remember from your time with Minion Football?
Man, the funniest moment. It's a tough one. Everything's funny. Was it Michael Morgan? I remember we were in the locker room. We were all just dancing and on top of the bench. Michael Morgan fell, slipped. Man, it looked like he broke his back. It was comedy. It was hilarious. Funniest moment.
Coach says some pretty funny things. He's a very big personality. What is the funniest quote from Coach Carmody that you can remember?
Don't be a slap. Stop slapping around.
In your first real padded helmet practice, was there a moment where you were kind of like, dang, this is hard, this is that,
This is real. I can always recall the first time I hit someone, made contact, and that was really this football moment. We were doing just a regular tackling drill, and it's my turn to go up. Just went in, saw the guy, hit him, but like I'm thinking I'm gonna hit him, it's gonna be easy, I'm gonna tackle him. But no, he hit me back, and I felt this, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready. So after that, just got in the flow and things, started hitting people a lot harder.
Senior year, what pushes you to play football?
The school, my friends, just the spirit of football, the atmosphere, the environment, the high intensity, high pace, thrilling environment of football, just how you have to really push yourself to the limit. That attracts me.
And so for my final question, what is your message to Mail?
To Mail, watch out. We're a different team this year. I'm on the team. We're different. We're stronger. We're smarter, faster. Watch out.